Hey guys, it's Kim Thibodeau from the Learning Commons. I just wanted to make a video really quick. I had a request yesterday to make one over Gale databases and some cool note-taking and organization features that you can do there. Also, really quick, I wanted to give a shout out. This is Ashley told me this. There's an extension in Chrome called Toby that will allow you to organize your tabs on one page. If you're like me, you have like 50 million tabs open at once. I still haven't trained myself to use Toby yet because I'm still in the habit of having 50 million tabs, but it is a great extension if you want to download that and do this. So it's really easy to use. If you need any help, ask me or Ashley and we will help you. Okay, so on to Gale. So we're going to log into ClassLink. Please, please, please have your kids log into ClassLink for everything. It's just going to be so much easier for them. So we're going to sign in the same way your students would get there. We're going to go to Learning Commons Resources, and then we're going to look specifically at the Gale TextQuest resources, which have gotten a lot better in the last few years. So here you'll see a variety. It looks much prettier than it used to. We're going to look at my personal favorite, which is opposing viewpoints in context. You can do these same features in any Gale database, not just this one, okay? So what I want to show you is if we get into, say we want to browse an issue, right? We're going to browse Every Student Succeeds Act, okay? It's going to come up and it's going to tell us how many reference materials they have on this issue. So we've got 48 news articles. That's a lot. So I'm going to open up a news article, just a random news article. Doesn't matter which one. Notice you can listen to the article. So what we're going to do here is we want to make sure that we're signed in with Google, okay? So we're going to sign in with Google. Students should choose their school email address, not their personal. You should choose your school email address. I'm honestly not sure if it would work with your personal. That was another question yesterday, so I will find that out and let you know. But students should be using their school, I would assume. So we're now signed in. You can see it says signed in as me. It should say your name here, okay? So say I'm going through this text and I'm like, man, that is a really cool sentence that works really well with my thesis and my research. So what you do is you drag your cursor over it, and when you let go, it's going to give you these options to highlight and to take notes. So I'm going to say highlight. Now, this is where the geek in me goes crazy, because if your research is pretty robust, you could then do, I'm going to do all of this part of my research in yellow, this category of my research in green, this category in blue. That's the geek in me. Your students may not be doing research that's quite that robust, but some of you are in graduate school, so you're doing research as well. So this is a great alternative to different colored note cards, which is what I had to use when I was doing my research. So I'm going to highlight this in yellow because it's my favorite color. Then we're going to take a note on it. Okay, so I would say something like this would go well with this section, whatever it is, right, of my thesis. And then you could go on to take as many notes as you want, right? You could say, point out that this says that this, or this is the side of this, or whatever. Detailed notes as long as they want. I'm pretty sure there's no limit on the note length. Well, I guess maybe there is, but it's pretty long, okay? So we're going to save. All right, this is where the magic happens. Okay, please, please, please tell your students not to save to my folder. I don't like that Gale has that because it's very misconceiving, okay? So if they save to their folder, it's going to save to a folder that's created for them, yes, that's up here, for them to look in, but the next time they log in, it's not going to be there anymore. Okay, so that's very frustrating because then they can't find the article again. So what we always want to have them do is send to Google Drive. Okay, so we're going to send this to Google Drive. It's going to tell you it's complete. Documents have been sent to Google Drive and will appear shortly. I've done this before, so I'm going to have a lot of articles in my folder already, but this one's called Virginia Draft, so I know what I'm looking for. So now I'm going to go to my Google Drive. And remember, we were in opposing viewpoints in context. Now, Gale has created a folder for you, for them, called Opposing Viewpoints in Context, which is amazing. And I think they default to orange. Okay, so now when I open up this folder that it automatically created for me, my article that I just sent to Google Drive is there. If you open the article, Then you'll see your article. You'll see what you highlighted. But my favorite part is if you go to the very bottom of the article, they will pull out all of the passages you highlighted and have your note about that highlight with it. Okay, so by the end of this, if you took a lot of notes on this article, you might have all your yellows would be together, then all your blues would be listed together, all your greens would be listed together. This is like insane. My mind explodes because this makes research so much easier and more organized, and it forces our students to be organized in their research. It's just so awesome. They're so lucky. They have no idea. Okay, so another thing I wanted to show you, back to the article we were on, they've also got this citation tools. If you go to citation tools, it's going to automatically default to MLA 8th edition, but notice for you science people, you can do APA, which hasn't been updated since the 6th edition. But we're going to do MLA. I'm an English person. Now, we're not going to select or download. We're going to say export to Google Drive. Okay, and we're going to export. It's complete. We're going to go back to Google Drive. Now, back in our opposing viewpoints folder, we have something that says citations, okay? Now, I've done this a lot to show people before, but this is the document for that particular article, okay? And it's going to create a citation document for each article that they send to Google Drive, which is amazing. Now, this is not in MLA format, right? Just a little quick lesson. We're going to select all. We're going to put it in Times New Roman font, 12 point. Now, still not, right? We need to double space it. We're going to format spacing to double. Now, this is frustrating because if you put your cursor here and you try to tab, that's what happens, right? Super frustrating. So there's a tip that I have for you. It's called delete, return, tab. Once you do that, it will then let you start tabbing them all over together. Okay, you still have to kind of mess with it. Microsoft Word is a little bit more friendly in that regard than Google Docs, but this is it. And then they need to go in and make sure they have, 12 point or 1 inch margins. I'm sorry, is what I was going to say. They need to make sure they have, works cited in the middle, and it's always works cited, even if it's only one work that they cite, it still needs to say works. This needs to be 12-point font, Times New Roman. Some of you, especially you English or arts people, this is all just like easy for us, right? Because we've done it a million times, but they haven't. And what do they say? It takes however many times before we learn to do something. But I love this because everything that needs to be italicized is already italicized. Everything that needs to be put in quotation marks is already in quotation marks. So it gets the information for them on the page. Then they just have to go back and format it a little bit. Okay, so this is a great citation. It would pass the test of some old professor that's going to mark off points for every little mistake they have in college. So I hope this helps. I did go through this quickly, so if you would like me to come, or you come to me or me come to you on your conference period or to a PLT or PLC and show you what I just showed you again more slowly, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know. Shoot me an email. That's my job. It's here to help you. Please take advantage of that. Let me know if you have any questions. You'll have a great day.